Psychologists and researchers have long been developing studies to find out what exactly it is that makes someone attractive. Think about it. What are the questions you might ask yourself when you ponder on what attracts a possible partner? Do good looks make someone initially attractive? Odds are yes. Does confidence make one attractive? Everyone loves someone who loves themselves, as long as they are not too self obsessed. What about a pleasant voice and positive attitude? Sure, why not? But not all of these things you can control. Can you feel attractive and beautiful? Absolutely. Can you gain confidence from achieving goals and improving yourself? Sure can. Can you develop a positive attitude, feeling and in turn sound happier? Yes, yes, and yes. While these are goals anyone would want to achieve, indeed they are attractive qualities as we desire them for ourselves. What about the little habits we can develop that will make us more attractive? Behaviors that can make a potential partner admire you so much they are willing to chase after you, in a non-creepy way, of course. Idioms are here, people. Here are 6 behaviors that will make someone chase you, backed by psychological research. Number 1. Compliment others, and in turn, people will associate these compliments with you. Have you ever heard someone speak so highly and kindly of another at a party, and admired them for doing so? You may even have thought they were kind because of the way they spoke kindly of others. See where I'm going with this. When we speak of others in a positive light, people will associate the traits we use to describe that person with ourselves. This happens when we talk about someone to someone else. This is called spontaneous trait transference, and it occurs when communicators are perceived as possessing the very traits they describe in others. According to several studies published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, researchers found that when we describe someone with a certain trait to another person, that persons will associate us with the trait described. So, if you have kind words to say about your best friend Stacy to your close pal, she is so energetic, fun and lovely, you may say, then Paul may start thinking that you happen to be energetic, fun and lovely yourself. Ah, Stacy, you can be a wing woman even if you are not there, or maybe you don't even exist. Number 2. Spend more time around the person you have a crush on. The mere exposure effect can be a very useful way to get someone to like you. Now hang on there, buddy, put your clothes back on. The title doesn't mean you should expose yourself in that way. According to the psychological study by R.B. Legends, the mere exposure effect is a psychological phenomenon in which people find themselves preferring someone or something simply because they develop familiarity with them. When a person is repeatedly exposed to a certain stimuli, that person develops familiarity with the stimuli and therefore prefer its presence. This is why certain products in ads are constantly being repeated during your favorite programming commercial breaks. The more familiar you are with something, the more you'll start to notice it. If you have a chance to hang out with your close casually first before you make a move, they may just find they prefer your company. Next time you ask them out on a date, they might just say yes. Why? Just like repeated McDonald's aid, the more you see it, the more you find you might be developing a craving and find yourself consequently loving it. Number 3. Play copycat and mimic your partner. find yourself subconsciously mimicking the gesture and movement of the persons you're talking to. Keep doing it. This instance is called the chameleon effect and was explored in further studies. People like themselves. Boy, that was tongue twister. If you softly mirror your partner when you interact with them, they might find there's something about you they like themselves. Number 4. Say their name often to grab their attentions. Ever notice how, as a child, teachers would often say your name in the middle of teaching or lecturing you on a subject? That's because when we hear our own name, it grabs our attentions and pulls us back to reality. School teachers don't want their students to be distracted, so they say the students' names to bring them back to the discussions at hand. Same goes for making someone notice you. While in conversation with someone you admire, try saying their name often and at the beginning and or end of questions. This will grab their attentions and also add a bit of charisma to your normal conversations. We love our names so much that we can't even pinpoint our own names being spoken with someone in loud crowds or party. This form of selective attention is related to the cocktail party effect. While in a crowded or loud room, we can hone in on a specific conversations of our choosing. More importantly, if our name is spoken nearby, even when we are focused on another conversations, we immediately perk up and recognize that someone is talking about us. It's as if our brain can filter out the loud noise of others at a party, so we can focus on the person who is talking to us. But when our name is spoken close by, it's as if a signal is sent to our brain to notify us someone talking about you. You don't want to become white noise that's filtered out at a party. People love it when they think others are interested in them and their talk. Saying another's name notifies the person you care enough to see what they think and gain their attention. So next time you are at a cocktail party, it wouldn't hurt to throw in your crush names at the end of your questions to them and gain their admirations in the process. Not only will they like you more, but you'll come across as charismatic in doing so. Number 5. Come across as capable and intelligent, but still human. People love others who are smart and reliable. Most people tend to look for a partner that is not only attractive, but intelligent and capable. And intelligence is attractive. But people may tend to find others who are near perfect as distant and unattainable. A researcher from the University of Texas found that if you make some mistake but still show that you are capable and intelligent persons, it may make the others see you as more attractive. In a study, researcher Elliot Aronson had people rate fake test takers based on their attractiveness. Test takers would either do great on a test, mediocre or poor. The imperfection, some test takers would act clumsy and spill coffee at the end of the interview after their scores were revealed. People rate the test takers spill coffee at the end of their interview the highest on the attractiveness scale. Meaning, people want to see you are intelligent and capable, but that you are not perfect. As the research paper states, a superior person may be viewed as superhuman and therefore distant. A blunder tends to humanize him and consequently increase his attractiveness. Poor test takers, mediocre test takers, and even great test takers will still rate lower than the superior test taker who scored great and spilled coffee at the end. Others may be intimidated if you come across as a perfect and make no mistakes. They want to see your human side. But when you show you are capable and yet still relatable as human being who makes mistakes, people tend to like you more. So next time you give off of great first impressions and show you are intelligent and capable, don't think you have to be perfect. Little imperfections and even being a little clumsy can be attractive along with your strengths. Number 6. Be around a group of friends. Research shows that people tend to find others more attractive when they are in the groups than on their own. This idea is called the cheerleader effect and has been proven through tests by psychologists to be consistent. Researcher Edward Fall and Drew Walker of the University of California, San Diego conducted 5 experiments where subjects would rate people based on photographs of them. They found that subjects rate more people attractively when they are pictured in a group of the same gender compared to an individual photograph of someone pictured alone. As the study suggests, individual face will seem more attractive when presented in a group because they will appear more similar to the average group face, which is more attractive than group members' individual face. So if you see a cute individual at a bar or dinner party, it might be worth it to get him to notice you first while you are chatting with your group of friends. So, there are the 6 behaviors that will likely draw any partner your way. Well, according to science. Try it on.